Hey, what's up guys? It is Jordan or 3 Cities, and I asked you guys to give me any questions you want to know about me on all my posts. So I'm going to be answering those for you guys. And I was reading through them beforehand, and there's actually some pretty good questions in there. So I can't wait to get this started and answer some of these questions. Honestly, there's like so many questions, and I don't want to make this like a 10-minute video of just me answering questions. So the first question is, how much did you spend on your car? Around $12,000. Yeah, $12,000. Which isn't like horrible. When are you gonna make a video with your car? As soon as I get parts in, you know, like I have a lot of parts like my seats and whatnot, but you know, I've been really busy, and I'll get to some like in-depth car videos soon. So would you ever consider tinting your windows on your car? That one's a difficult one because at shows I like having my windows open so you can see through it. When I'm at shows and I see cars with tinted windows, I think it only gives me half of the car to look at. Next question. I know you already answered this on your live stream, but for those who didn't see, what are the best mods for looks or power? For power, if you're looking for your first mod for your car, I highly recommend an exhaust. That's one of the things I first did. I went and got new exhaust. The BRZ exhaust is just horrible. Like, it's so quiet. For looks, honestly, I don't even know. There's so many different ways you can go with looks. If you had to go for looks though, I would say the new APR mirrors. I like those things, even though they're kind of tiny to see out of. Why did you copy Sleuth 86? He copied me. If there's any other car you could have in wide body, what would it be? Be the Mazda RX-8 they just came out with. I think those are one of like underrated cars. Like, I don't like their stock body, but throwing a wide body kit on there, I think it looks a lot better. What is the total cost of your build so far? $12,000. How many horses? It's completely stock under the hood. Out of all the cars you could have, why did you pick a BRZ? Honestly, I wanted a Subaru, but looking at STIs or WRXs, a lot of people had WRXs and STIs. They're really expensive, and I was at the point where I was just being a really big cheapskate, basically. And I looked at the BRZ and I compared parts between the STI and BRZ, and obviously the BRZ parts are a lot cheaper, so I went with that route. Why V3 over any other kit on the market? Well, since I went from version 1 to version 3, the version 1 kit, like, I was like really behind everything. Like, the version 2 just already came out, and right when I finished my version 1, that's when the V3 kit came out. So I was like, that thing is sick, and it was like the hottest thing so far. So that's basically why I chose it. Who/what inspired you to make a whole BRZ customization? By the way, I love your BRZ, and I want to have one whenever I grow up. That's pretty cool. I really appreciate that, Jared. But who inspired me? Actually, there's a lot of people who inspired me doing this build. Dilly Dallin, for one, where he goes and he's not afraid to change looks or change styles, and because the dude changes his style like every 2 months or something like that. But he's really inspired me to like take the risk, you know, like in every single one of his cars, it's on the next level, and it's like, I don't know how you can top the last build when he tops it every single time. But then there's like Kilogram, where he inspires me to have my fitment like how it is, like a little bit of poke and definitely no wheel gaps. But this is a interesting question. What is your wheel specifications? Next question. Why did you switch from motocross to cars? That's a really long story, basically, but I'll shorten it down for you guys. Basically, I went and I just, you know, kept making mistakes, you know, getting hurt, and I actually have a video of like of a crash that I had that literally sent everything over the top, and I'll play it right here for you guys. That crash, it didn't look that bad, but what happened was I was going on the corner, and then my back end kicked off on the side, which threw me down on my left side. It actually got me a hematoma on my my left side of my leg over here. And what a hematoma is when there's so much trauma to that section, it bruises up really big. Like, there's a big bruise from middle of my stomach all the way down where my kneecap is, and it started building up with fluid. And so my leg would be right here, but the fluid would make it really, really big, and it would be extremely painful for about a good month of being in a solid a pain. Like I could not sit down like this. I couldn't be on one side. I couldn't be on that side. I couldn't get up to go to the bathroom. I couldn't walk. I couldn't, you know, lift up a certain way of my arms. Like I literally was in constant pain, and I took a little bit of meds and it helped for a little bit, but I didn't want to keep taking meds where I'm dependent on the medications, you know. And that was the point where I was just sat there and all you can do is think, and it's just gonna take time. And honestly, I just was like, this is really bad pain, and I couldn't bring myself back to getting myself 100%. That's kind of a heavy question. That's all the questions I'm gonna do for today. You know, those are actually some really good questions, but I'm trying to get on these videos where I'll keep uploading more and more each week. I'm doing a lot of things right now, so I'm glad you guys can stay patient with me. I'm trying to get more videos done inside the car and not just talk for you guys, but for right now, to have some more content up, these talking videos will kind of have to do for right now, but there's a lot of more changes coming, so I hope you guys are there to stick around.
Summer days burn me out, love just brings me down. Go inside like winter leaves that slowly leave the ground. Hey.